Oh my God! Somebody was harmed and could have died through the use of brass knuckles. And there's only one solution to this menacing problem. Ban them! Which means criminalizing all the innocent people who own them. But we're the government. We don't care.
In several of the teen assault cases that we've been following tonight, 12 News has uncovered that brass knuckles were the weapon used in those attacks. Now tonight, there is a new push to have those weapons banned.
A 16-year-old teenage boy was brutally beat by a suspect using brass knuckles in December of 2022. Last year, he wrote to lawmakers asking them to ban the weapons.
If you're going to write a letter to politicians asking them to ban weapons, you should at least be honest about what you're really asking them to do. It goes something like this.
Politicians, I was hurt by a maniac using brass knuckles. Here's what I want you to do. Write a law promising to victimize innocent brass knuckle owners with state-sponsored violence because I was the victim of violence.
It makes perfect sense if you're an ignorant, unjust moron.
2 vicious assaults in 2 weeks in December of 2022. Juvenile court records obtained by 12 News detail how the same teen suspect in both attacks used brass knuckles on his victims. On December 17th, as shown in photos released by Gilbert police, the suspect attacked a victim at a party using brass knuckles. On December 30th, he did it again, this time in the parking lot of a Gilbert In-N-Out after demanding the victim give him money. Connor Jarnigan suffered a laceration from the brass knuckles so severe he needed staples. After recovering from his injuries, Jarnigan demanded change. In early October, he wrote to multiple lawmakers in the East Valley asking them to consider sponsoring legislation that would ban or limit the use of brass knuckles. Jarnigan wrote, "I believe we can make our community safer and work together to educate people about the dangers of this weapon," adding, "There is no redeeming value for brass knuckles. They add nothing to our communities in Arizona besides contributing to violent crime and providing disturbed teens and adults with a weapon that can kill someone."
I was surprised that brass knuckles were legal in Arizona.
12 News reached out to Democrat and Republican lawmakers in both the state Senate and House. Republican State Senator John Kavanaugh is a retired police officer and said he could write a bill addressing this issue as early as next week, calling this an oversight in the law.
I don't picture anybody other than organized crime and criminals who would want to legalize such offensive weapons that have no place in self-defense and give self-defense a bad name.
It's this guy's job to make sure the government doesn't infringe on your rights as he prepares to infringe on your rights.
On Thursday, the town of Gilbert's newly created Teen Violence Subcommittee met for the first time. One of the first ideas on the table, limit the sale of brass knuckles.
I really believe that they should be controlled for minors.
12 News asking Gilbert Police Chief Michael Solberg, whose department has investigated several of these cases, if he would support that.
Wait, let me guess. The police chief is going to say, "Hell no, you're crazy. We took an oath to defend and protect your right to keep and bear arms, not criminalize you for owning them," right? He is going to say that, right? Please tell me you're going to say that, Mr. Police Chief.
More than willing to work with the legislators on that bill or whatever they come up with to help us reduce crime.
You oath-breaking coward. Now, seriously, I'm not surprised. I actually expected it. You know, in this day and age.
And so far, no lawmaker representing the East Valley has agreed to speak with 12 News about this issue. But again, Kavanaugh did say this is something that could get done as soon as this session.
Remember, the banning of something is always the criminalization of an innocent someone. You have the right to keep and bear arms, or you don't. So which one is it?